hearing with this success for you guys, this is your first card for November, right? So everything that we've mentioned in previously in this reading, I feel like this will be your mindset. I feel like in the month of November, you will really put yourself in a mindset of success. So remember what I said. You, this collective, you are now realizing that life is not just about dating, finding mates, and romance, and it's all beautiful if you can do it with a true soul connection. But life is also about growth, right? Life is also about creating something for ourselves, changing, evolving, creating a stable and a pleasant life for ourselves to live. So I feel like you want to set yourself up for success. That's what I'm hearing. I feel like you will be starting this journey. I'm thinking that this collective, you would maybe primarily thinking about finances with that elk card that we had, right? And with that money sort of things. But I feel like it's going to evolve for you. I feel like it's going to be as well that you're going to slowly start to understand that through internal transformation, because you had 2 transformation cards in October. You had the butterfly and you had the phoenix. So I feel like you will also start to realize that we have to transform internally for external words to change. Because you guys, I say this as a cliche, life doesn't get easier. We just get better at it. It's not that people who are actually happy, it's because they have less stress and more happiness. It's because they create these emotions when they're truly happy within themselves. It's always the case. It really doesn't matter. There are people who are in relationships, they have tons of money, tons of travels, amazing cars, amazing stuff, but they deep down, they're not really happy. And there are people who live very, very humble life, but happiness is a mindset. I don't care what anyone says. It's not something that can be generated by external things, right? It's a mindset. Happiness comes from a soul, and success as well. Success is not about how much money you make, or how much stuff you can buy, or what position you have. It's about what kind of value you have, how many lives you've touched in your life, how many people they feel good about themselves around you, right? This is success. So I feel like you will get there. Maybe in the month of November, I feel like I'm seeing a very grounded energy for you. So you'll probably want to figure your shit out, as we mentioned in the beginning, right? Around finances, maybe living situation, maybe focusing about making a little bit more money, making a little bit more stable income as well. Maybe you will sign up for some sort of a, course, or make a plan for yourself. Like what I feel like it will be sort of a bit of a career pentacles centered, but I am sensing that in future it will sort of transform into a deeper transformation, because maybe right now that's what you need to feel a little bit empowered, right? Sometimes life guides us towards what we need first to change our mindset, to then be able to be ready for a deeper transformation. So we have frustration and we have comfort. So maybe this collective, perhaps you will have a little bit of moments of frustrations. We're going to do some healing messages in a moment, how you can handle that. So your mindset is right. That's your first card, success. But there may be some frustration as you're going to be getting out of your comfort zone. But you guys, this is normal. This is normal. When we decide that we need to change, when we are in a certain mindset, it's natural that we attract things of same mindset, right? We attract people, situations that are vibrating on the same frequency, right? So when we reach all of us, it happens to all of us, every person that changed, that grew, that transformed. When we hit that moment, then we realize, I want to change, right? So in your case, watch the previous part. You decided that you no longer want karmic relationships, that you rather be on your own, that put yourself in another relationship full of freaking red flags and full of people that you really, one way or another, you're going to find out that they don't resonate on the same frequency as you. And it always ends poorly. So when you take that decision, when you start to think, okay, I want to do more for me. I want to build stability for me. I want to have a better job. Maybe I want to go and finish school. Maybe I want to go towards doing certain courses, something that I'm passionate about, that's going to be my mission. Maybe I want to do some inner growth, whatever that is, right? It always brings change, because one way or another, and I don't care what anyone says, one way or another, you're going to have to remove many things from your life. Sometimes these things are friends. Sometimes these things are certain habits and lifestyle choices that you were taking from a place of the previous vibration, right? So if you were very relationship focused, perhaps a lot of friends that you have, and we've mentioned this in that party card, remember? Perhaps many friends that you have, they are also relationship centered, like these people, these women, especially unfortunately women, that all they can talk about is their partners. Are they single, are they not single, dates, romances. They have no deeper points of conversation. There's always just love, 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 romance, romance, romance. They don't care about growth, about career, about womanhood, about situation on this things that are happening in this world. The center of their focus is always relationship. So if you are evolving, you're growing, you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone, and you're going to have to prepare for change. But it's well worth it. It's well worth it. When we grow, we usually leave something behind, and it's absolutely okay. But I feel like you're going to have to, for the month of November, you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone, and it will probably, cause a bit of a frustration within you. We have caution. I feel like this caution, we're going to clarify, but I feel like it's like your guides are really cheering for you right now. I can really feel it. It's like they're so proud of you. They're cheering for you. You're in the right mindset. So just be cautious not to get disencouraged. Change is not easy. Good things, really, really good things, you guys. Soul kind of love, job that is your mission and your fulfillment, mindset in life that you're truly peaceful, that you're truly inside of you. There's just peace and joy and love and happiness. The really good things in life, they come with effort. No one can buy these things for no amount of money. You can be the wealthiest person on the face of the planet. You will not buy alignment. You will not buy yourself your soul connections. You will not buy yourself your true mission. And you will not buy yourself inner peace and inner love. It's impossible. These things come with healing, with effort. Success. Let's see. Hold on. Movement. That's good. You have movement and success as that's your first column. I feel like I often say this to you guys, right? When our guides just wait for go from us. And I say this to you guys when we talk about settling, right? So when you're constantly choosing karmic relationships, when you're constantly settling in a relationship, even it's not maybe very dramatic, but it's not your soulmate, it's not your soul connection. When you settle and you agree to that, or you agree to a job that you don't really like, your guys look down and you're like, okay, if you want it, that's fine. You have free will. We're going to roll with it, right? We're going to roll with it. We're here to support you. But the moment you say, no more karmic relationships, no more meaningless friends, no more meaningless jobs. I want to do something for myself. I want to live a good life. Your guides are then, let's go. And usually you get that treat, you get that encouragement to help you going. So I feel we're going to do tarot on top of this, but I feel like there's going to be some movement. So maybe the moment you decide, or you actually already decided, right? I don't want this anymore. I want to focus on my job. I want to focus on my growth. Maybe you're going to, sign up for, I don't know, I just heard Udemy course. Maybe you'll decide to make an Udemy course. Or you'll sign up for something that they will just grant you this movement. I feel like in the month of November, you're going to feel like I can make it. I can succeed. I can do this. Frustration. Sweetness. This is a card of love, but not deep love. This is the card of, to me in this deck, this is the card of romance, flirtation. I feel like you may still be a little bit of frustrated about these things because it's okay. You got to give yourself grace. But this collective, you would really want love in life. You would really love, right? There's a reason we desperately seek for these things, is because we want them. So you may find yourself a little bit frustrated. Maybe you will still have, I'm hearing some residue energy. So maybe still, I'm hearing two things. So maybe you'll still have some karmics that you're going to have some issues with. So they're going to be trying to reach out, and maybe that finances, maybe you're still going to have some unresolved finance issues with some karmic relationships. But I was hearing as well that maybe some friends, those friends that will constantly be like, what are you talking about? You don't want to date anymore? I got you this date, this amazing guy. What are you talking about? He's the friend of my boyfriend. Why you don't want it, right? Those kind of friends. A little bit of temptation I'm hearing, a little bit of the sadness, because, you know, it's loneliness. Before we alchemize, we cannot alchemize feeling of wholeness in a day. It's a process, and within that process we have to decide what I said to you guys. I'd rather be alone than go back to a karmic relationship. And in this process that can last quite a long time, because it's healing, it's adjustment, it's change, you're gonna feel alone. And the feeling will going to come in and come out of your emotion. You just have to learn to deal with it. Come forward. Death, that's nice. Death and rebirth. Death and rebirth. I feel like, you know, you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone, do certain new things, adapt, find new mindset. But I feel like you're going to succeed. Ideation, that's on top of caution. I want one more for that, because I'm hearing something. Passion. You know what I'm actually hearing, you guys? That you are now on this, like, you want to move forward, you want to progress, you want to do certain things, right? So you're going to be very excited. But remember to follow your passion. Remember to follow your passion. You're going to have a lot of ideas how you can make things work for yourself. So maybe certain courses, maybe certain, right? So yes, we have to think strategically. Yes, you are trying to activate your feminine and masculine. Remember what we said in the beginning. But I really want you to, as your primarily criteria, I want you to really follow your passion. Be cautious not to go towards, okay, I'm going to do this class, or I'm going to go for this job because it's going to give me a lot of money and I'm going to build this security. It's all important. It's all important, right? Because we live in this physical world and we have to manage it. It's normal. But make sure that you don't go for things that you're not really passionate about. Don't take decisions like, I'm going to do this because it sounds like a logical thing. It's a good money. It's business, but I don't really like it, but it's fine. I need the stability. Don't really choose things, especially if you're going to be standing in front of a choice. Really choose things that are rooted in your passion, because it's our passion that it's compass towards our highest, most abundant timeline, right? I say this to you guys all the time. All right, let's do tarot. What's coming in the month of November? What's coming in the month of November for this collective? I'm really, I always say this to you guys, I adapt the energy of the collective or a person I'm reading for. So I'm really very like excited and giddy and like very, very quick. So I feel like you might have that mindset in the month of October. Let's do this. Let's go. I feel like you may even feel like you're late for this train. I don't know why I'm hearing this. It's like you're late. Maybe you're going to be late for a certain train, and it just came to my mind. But it's like you're going to feel that you should have done this years ago. But everything happens for a reason. Just give yourself grace. It's all good. You guys, a bit of a challenging energy, to be honest, for the month of November. We have heartbreak, we have the moon, we have 8 of Swords, strong sword energy, and 5 of Cups. I feel like this collective, you know that you've taken the right decision. What do I always say to you guys? We can only take 2 decisions, the easy decision and the right decision. Most people constantly takes the easy decision. The easy decision. This is why they live a life of settled life, because to reach highest most aligned timeline, we can only take right decisions. And I feel like this collective, you know that you've taken the right decision. It's just that it's going to be a bit difficult. I feel that you're going to have this mindset of it's all going to work out. Maybe you're going to feel protected. Maybe you're going to feel guided by your guides. You're really going to believe in your success. You're really going to believe that you're going to be able to build a different life for yourself. But change requires, in reality it doesn't, but our shadows that we have to overcome, they make us not so adaptive to change. So when we are wounded, it's sometimes difficult to like move from one moment to another and just change. So you're gonna have to give yourself grace. I feel that in the month of October, you're gonna feel a little lonely. You're gonna feel a little heartbroken. I'm even hearing that you may think that, you're excited for your new life, you're excited for yourself, you want to grow, but maybe you always thought that you would do that with someone one day, that you would do that, with a partner, with a true partner, with a true soulmate. But you guys, everything happens for a reason. If your soul chose that way, and I always say this, those of us who walk the path of healing and awakening on our own, because not everyone has that. Some souls choose to meet their soulmate in an early age, right? And with that soulmate grow and choose. But those are usually people who have different life lessons. Those of us who are truly here to awaken, truly transform, truly heal, truly learn bunch of lessons, not just one or two in life. We usually walk this path for quite some time on our own. Because to truly be aligned, some people meet their soulmates, in early age. They're usually connections, either lower soulmates or they have different challenges in life. So they want someone at their side from the beginning. But those of us who will become very aware, very healed, very conscious, we have to find our way back home to selves. We really have to release codependency. We really have to stand in our sovereignty. And solitude is needed for that. Try to embrace it. I feel like you are still a little bit blinded, this collective. I feel like you would feel that you're being, maybe a little bit, that's what I'm hearing, that you would feel that you're being punished. Maybe you feel like you've, ignored so many karmic connections, so many red flags, that it's like, sorry, I'm wearing bodysuit. That you feel like maybe universe is punishing you with these lessons of, it's not punishment, you guys. It's not. Universe never wants to punish us. To be honest, we are the masters of our destiny. When you release this physical body and you go back to spirit realm, who do you think decides what karmic lessons you're going to live in the next life? It's your soul. It's you. It's not the universe. You are the universe. You orchestrate everything that for yourself. It's just that you don't remember in this bodily avatar. But it's you, because your soul knew that you have to learn something. So if your soul chose the solitude, you gotta start believing, look at the bright side. Yes, we can grow in a relationship, but my universal truth, we can only truly grow in a beautiful relationship if it's a soul connection. Because if it's a karmic, we're going to grow, but through pain, for triggering each other. To really grow together, it has to be a true soul connection. Higher soulmate or a twin soul. And in order to reach that union with a soul connection, we already got to be healed and sovereign beings. I feel you're still going to be a little bit fogged about these things, a little bit blinded, perhaps a little bit of like that victim mentality, but it's okay. You're new at this. It's okay. Give yourself grace. Knight of Wands, that's on top of that Three of Swords. I want one more for that because I'm liking it. I'm hearing, you guys, that it may be a bit of a temptation in the month of November. It was coming through before, right? That you can still have this energy, this return energy from your exes. Someone who's very I'm hearing fire signs, so Aries, Leo, Sag, the worst signs. I mean, when we are in our side of light, in the side of light, Leos, Aries, Sag, they can be beautiful, very fiery. But when they're in their shadows, watch out. Watch out. I'm hearing someone egoistic, passionate, and entitled. That's what I'm hearing. Someone that maybe, you know, like if they want something, they just go ahead and take it. They think that, you know, they don't take no for an answer because no one says no to them. You would know who I'm talking about, this collective. And I feel like it may be that karmic. Remember what we've mentioned this. I feel like it may be that karmic that you thought that it was it. That you thought that this was a soulmate. I am hearing be careful, you know, because these kind of people, they always know what to say, right? So they may say things to you, oh, I can see that you changed. Maybe they're going to know this, or they're going to find out that like you decided to do something like change your job or go back to school, you got promotion, right? And they're going to say something, I always believed in you. Like I knew that you would do this, and you know, it's so good that, you know, you're maturing. Maybe we should like consider, I'm seeing my devil card right now. I really think, let me do one more. Yeah. I really think, you guys, a specific type of person is coming to my mind. There are people on this world. Again, I'm not saying this, right? Remember what I said. It takes a victim to create a victim. So this person must be very distorted. So we should have compassion towards them. But there's this type of person in this world that can be so swiftly manipulative that they will make you feel like you need them. You need them because your life is going to be better, that you would make it on your own, that they are this boss sort of a person and they help you to navigate life, maybe even financially. And in reality, they're so manipulative that you're being blinded to the fact that they actually taking advantage of you. That they're, oh my God, I have this word at the tip of my tongue. What's the word when in between organisms, when one takes advantage of the other one? Parasite. That's what thank you. That's what I'm hearing. So maybe this is that ex relationship that you really thought that because there's this energy in this collective. Remember in the beginning when we started this reading that you want to feel stable on your own, that you want to, maybe you have a father wound, I'm hearing as well, that is in consequence of the father wound. You think that, you know how some men can manipulate us, that we need them. And listen, we do need them. We need each other because we're different. We have different qualities. The yin and yang. There's a reason I was talking to you about this in the beginning. I feel you may have this idea of that distorted. We need each other, men and women. We should respect each other. We should love each other. We should cherish each other. But people who deeply distort it, they want to take advantage of you because they're parasites and they're going to make you feel like you need them. So maybe you were raised in this mentality that women need men because we're useless, right? We need men equally as they need us. But we need to have a symbiotic relationship, not parasitical relationship. Okay, is that the word? parasitical. You know what I mean? They parasites. So I feel like you may have had relationships when you actually thought that this was your soulmate, this was your savior, that this person was, like managing life for you. Maybe they would pretend to be the man that, like brings the money and, fixes this thing. And then you realize that in reality, they were like, I'm going back to like gambling, but it may be just a detail for some of you. But in reality, you're realizing that whenever they bring money, it's the money that they've taken from your bank account. There are people on this world who are so manipulative. And I feel this relationship may for you have been, because we have 6 of Pentacles and that's on top of that moon as a shadow. You really need to make sure that you are being given what you are putting into a relationship. And I always say this to you guys, it is so difficult, because true beautiful relationship, 2 givers. When you have 2 givers that only want to give, it's a beautiful relationship. But what many givers lack is self-love and boundaries, because you can be a giver, enter a relationship with trust and giving. I want to give you love. What's mine is yours. I want to give you everything. But in the same time, have self-love and boundaries. And the moment you see this person is not giving me this stuff back, they're not even appreciating. They're even making me feel like I'm useless and they're the savior here. Bin. I feel that's your lesson. I feel it may return in November. That this person may return and you're going to be sad, you're going to be alone, you're going to be heartbroken. I feel it's going to be a bit of an internal battle. I cheer for you, this collective. I feel like you're going to make it. But again, it's a collective. So we have that caution. Be careful. Be careful. You have the card of action and movement. I feel like you have the ability within you to step away from that. You had in the beginning, you had that ship, that karmic relationship, really that energy, like I don't want this anymore. But it can hit you in a moment of vulnerability. You're gonna have a worse day. You're gonna feel alone. This person's gonna pop up with something nice to say. I'm so proud of you. I knew you would make it. Shut the door in their face. Bin, I'm telling you, bin. Right now, this collective, we're going to do a bit of a guidance, but I feel you need to let go of the past, trust in your success, trust in movement that is coming to your life, okay? Trust in your guides and give yourself grace. Accept that to heal your heart, to let go of the karma, to allow the cords of karmic connections to dissolve, you need time. You're going to have to learn through shadow work what you truly deserve, that you deserve the relationship that's going to be reciprocated. Right now, you just have to surrender. There's going to be no movement in the foreseeable future in your love life, and you have to accept that, because you have to focus on you, on your career, on your growth. You have to focus on healing the pain, because you're still heartbroken, right? Closing karmic relationships is complicated. It's something that, I teach people. I have a playlist of, how to close karmic contracts. You can watch that on YouTube. Maybe you'll find some content that will help you. If you feel like signing up for a session, as always, link is in my bio. You can do that through my website. But you have to accept that it's a process. To truly release karmic connection, we have to learn our lessons. We have to forgive ourselves that we put ourselves in this situation. We have to forgive them. We truly have to neutralize it all. And it's a process. And you cannot find a soulmate and build a happy relationship before you're done with that karmic nonsense. And you know this collective. So just relax. Just be strong. Just be strong. Let's do a couple of these for guidance. 2 more, maybe. Oh, hold on. 1 more. All right. What do we have? Your first card, mother wound. I was hearing father wound, but maybe you also have. I always say this to you guys. We have both. We all have both. We all have mother wound and father wound. Who thinks that they don't is delusional. To a certain degree, we all have mother wound and father wound, because only true divine feminine and divine masculine parents could be capable of raising a child without father wound and mother wound. And you also have heal your feminine. That's very powerful. I am with these two. Remember what I was hearing, that you may have been raised by a very dominant father, that manipulative father. I wouldn't be surprised, this collective, if the moment you look at all your past relationships, you would see similarities with your father. You would see similarities. That man that fakes that he is protecting you, that he is defending you, that he is your protector and provider, and all he wants is to take advantage of you and to dominate you. So these kind of men, they're usually useless, and women do all the work. Or even if they work physically and they bring money, right? They make you their servant. They have zero respect to the things that you bring into the relationship. I feel you really, this collective, need to heal your feminine energy, to really stand in your strength, mother wound, and heal your feminine. Stand in your feminine power, stand in your strength. And I'm going to tell you right now, my sister, no feminine who's really standing in her strength, feminine strength, is a woman who jumps from one relationship to another. You got to embark on a journey of solitude. You got to embark on your own quest. We have Go Into the Void. That's a really beautiful card. I want to read this to you. We are the gatekeepers, a sacred portal through which all the life comes to earth from spirit realm. Also very, very feminine energy. Through this portal, we have access to the void, the source, the divine knowledge. This is where all that is exists. This is where all the answers reside. This card is your invitation to embrace this gift and learn to use your sacred portal to venture to the void. Be gentle. This may be a very intense experience. I feel, start connecting from your womb. I feel this collective. A void is also where everything is and when nothing is, right? It's a very spiritual card. Go into the void. But what I am hearing, this collective, is that you really have to connect deeply to your womanhood, to the I feel like your power has been taken away from you. I feel, whether you understand this or not, subconsciously or not, you have been taught that women are inferior to men, that we need men to survive in this world. They need us more than we do. We need each other. But this is the trickster of the patriarchy. They made us believe, because we are the portal to the void. We are high priestesses. We are the witches. This is what they fear. This is what they burned on stakes. No more. Sister, you gotta reclaim your power. You can do this on your own. And only when you can do this on your own, a true king will arrive that will appreciate you, that will treat you as equal, that will love you for who you are, that will be impressed and enchanted by your power. And your last one is routine. So you need yourself a little routine. I think this is most important for you right now. Routine is something that brings that masculine security into our life, that inner masculine, that routine, right? Get up in the morning at the same time, have your routines, have the same breakfast. It helps us feel safe. It really does helps us to feel safe. And you're gonna have a lot of challenges in the month of November. So I feel like you may need a little routine. So especially if you live like in the northern hemisphere, when November is this bit of a nostalgic kind of a moment, I feel like you may need strict morning routine and then cozy evening routine, like this, summer tea with honey and ginger and some cloves and maybe some orange and some blankie, and you watch your favorite show. Be there for you, my beautiful, fierce, courageous sister. You are in the beginning of an amazing journey, and I'm here for you. I cheer for you. I am so proud of you, and one day you're gonna thank yourself for taking that decision. I love you so incredibly much. I hope you have an amazing Halloween week, and I will see you tomorrow.